Your people, the viewers of Rokani Media Football. It's really interesting that we are really doing the third video of the day at that time, meaning that we really have a balance of like 1 or 2 videos that are going to be coming up anytime from now after this video has been uploaded. Smash the like button, comment and share. If you're only watching us for the very first time, endeavor to subscribe to this channel so as not to miss out on stories that we do upload in here on a daily. Rokan David is my name, and hope you guys are really having fun wherever you are, and let's continue to see to it that all really goes on well as planned. Now, the side of Arsenal is really very much gearing up because the player they want to obviously bring in through, known as Viktor Gyökeres, the side of Viktor Gyökeres is really trying to fight hard to join the club of Arsenal. There is a very huge story that I've gonna hit to base on to see to it that this has gonna hit obviously show us that the player is fighting to join Arsenal and is not willing to miss out onto this big chance of really joining the club of Arsenal. We also have Joan Garcia to Barcelona. His clause has been activated and he's obviously going to be joining Barcelona. James Milner, big update to those that have gonna hit to enjoy him for very many years. By the way, this guy has played football for a very long time. I remember I think from 2004, 2005, you know, this lad was playing for Newcastle, if I'm not mistaken. So if Milner has been here for this long, he is a true candidate to obviously come and really brief players on how to keep themselves in shape to see to it that obviously play ball to that level that we anticipate others to be playing at. So let's obviously start it off with a side known as Viktor Gyökeres. Now, Viktor Gyökeres fires back after sporting president words. There is a lot of talk at the moment. Most of it's false. I'll speak when the right time comes. Now, we know what the president went ahead to say, and he was like, Viktor Gyökeres is one of those that has gone ahead to not leave Sporting Lisbon if at all 80 million euros are not really paid. So when you look at Viktor Gyökeres and the president, this is a cold war, and he's like threatening the president or telling him, however much you are calling me and my agent liars, right? We are obviously going to expose you when the right time comes. And they're like, we have our evidence with us, and by the time we table it, a moment, and by the time we table it, you will hide your head in the sand. That is it. So he's like, all what the president is saying are lies. You understand? Because the president came out and said, if you've not been on this channel, the president came out and said that Viktor Gyökeres and his agent came in and obviously had a discussion, but they never discussed on how much money Viktor Gyökeres is supposed to leave the club of Sporting Lisbon for. That's what the president went ahead to say. But the agent says it's 60 millions, and the add-ons don't matter. But if a team presents 60 million, the add-ons are just a bonus. You understand? So Gyökeres is like warning the president of Sporting Lisbon that you are telling a lot of lies. Why are you preventing me from going to Arsenal? If Arsenal want to pay that money, they've gone ahead to put in the first bid, you've gone ahead to obviously reject it. What do you want? And all this comes in throughout a time when Arsenal put in a bid of close to 60 million euros and it was rejected by the side of Sporting Lisbon. And this is how Viktor Gyökeres went to his Instagram and went ahead to obviously add that story there. That a lot of lies is being said, but the truth will obviously be revealed, meaning that they have evidence they have evidence that will pin the president of Sporting Lisbon. And the question is, why don't you let me go? You understand? Why don't you let me go? Because I feel like I have to go. Please let me go. You understand? Let me go. And I want to obviously face it off with the people that are really responsible for this. That's what you're really getting in through from a man known as Viktor Gyökeres. So he's fighting to join the club of Arsenal, no doubt, because United hasn't gone ahead to put in a bid, and it's only Arsenal who are really showing intent to obviously put in a bid. And I tell you, players will obviously run to people or to teams that have gone ahead to obviously show intent of really signing them. That is it. And we've seen it on very many teams. Right now, Bryan Mbeumo had gone ahead to obviously come up and give priority to Manchester United, but you know what is happening? Because Manchester United is really dilly-dallying around, Spurs is in, and the player might change his mind. However much he wants to go to Manchester United, but has United shown intent, all serious intent, they need to sign the player? So, amongst all teams, Manchester United, Arsenal, Juventus, and maybe Napoli that have showed interest in Viktor Gyökeres, there is one team that has gone ahead to put in a bid, and they've gone ahead to obviously send a message that they are obviously going to be launching a second bid. That is a club known as Arsenal. So he's fighting to join Arsenal, and Arsenal is pushing to obviously get this deal done and dusted. And I think very soon we might reach the level of really putting in a transfer request, because the president is proving stubborn as he's trying to diverge from what these people went ahead to agree on. That is the most horrible bit of it. And I tell you, the club of Arsenal is really doing the needful. The agent is also pushing, and this deal will obviously have to come to pass. I tell you this, it will have to come to pass, and Viktor Gyökeres might be, or maybe the next number 9 of Arsenal to play at this club. So we wait and see how that pans out. But it's really important to note that, one, the club of Arsenal is really doing all what it takes to see to it that they obviously get in a player known as Viktor Gyökeres. So wait and see what is obviously going to be happening in the night. If all is positive, we'll be here letting you know that something big has gone ahead to happen, and Arsenal fans might be excited to obviously hear out what we've gone ahead to really get. So from that, let's obviously get to Barcelona. Plan confirmed. Barcelona have activated the paid 25 million euro release clause for Joan Garcia. Official statement to follow next. Here we go, confirmed. Backup proceeded today as planned, as Monfort Carlos has reported. So, Barcelona have gone ahead to obviously put in the required bid altogether, and they've triggered the release clause of Joan Garcia to see to it that he becomes a player for Barcelona. And this is what went ahead to see to it that it left no stone unturned for a guy known as Mark ter Stegen, because he's like, we are having 3 goalkeepers in here, and why are you bringing in a goalkeeper and you're paying 25 million euros for him? That means this goalkeeper is coming in through to overtake his position. That is it. Let no one lie to you. And I predict with authority that the first choice goalkeeper of Barcelona is going to be Joan Garcia. That is it. And it is written all over the world. And ter Stegen is really in danger. You know, he's really in danger. And this guy is really good because teams like Man City, Liverpool, Man United, Arsenal, and very many others had him shortlisted. You understand? So that's exactly how things are really happening in for the club of Barcelona, and they've gone ahead to bring in another player. Now, James Milner is in here and is not stopping. You know, from Newcastle to Man City to Liverpool, now to Brighton, the lad is not stopping. He has almost won every club title and is like, I'm not stopping. James Milner has signed a new 1-year deal at Brighton, extending his stay at this club until 2026. So, James Milner is like, I'm not going anywhere. And he's here to stay at the club of Brighton. And remember, the lad has been playing football, all professional football, I think from 2004 until now. He is really kicking the ball for the side of Brighton. But I think he emulates exactly what the manager really wants. And however much he's older than the manager, all has been given to him to really thrive as a player for the side of Brighton. And James Milner is a player that I'm gonna hate to see do a lot into the beautiful game of football. And he is 39 years of age and is still playing football at a competitive level. Last season, he played 4 Premier League games for Brighton, 0 goals, 0 assists, and I don't know why they're gonna have to give him a new contract, but I think it's all about the leadership qualities that he has gonna obviously exhibit onto the field of play. So thank you very much for watching through. Tell me your thoughts about Gyökeres fighting to join Arsenal. You know the Cold War is on, and the next story is gonna be what the agent has gonna to say about the transfer of this young man. And then what do you talk about a player called Joan Garcia joining Barcelona? Release clause triggered. And lastly, James Milner being offered another contract for a duration of 1 year at Brighton. He will leave Brighton at the age of 40. Thank you very much for watching through. Rokani David is the name. Third video of the day. More is yet to come. We out. Bye bye and see you later.